Stars, and welcome to Strand Story. My name is Holly Ann Knight, and it is my job to guide you to quote with confidence. Rock stars, today is really exciting because today is our welcome party for our 12th cohort of Free Motion Quilting Academy. It's going to be my great delight today to get to holler out a roll call of all of the rock stars who have raised their hand and said, I want to quilt my own quilts. I want to learn how to do that. I want to feel like a confident free motion quilting rock star. And I'm really excited to get to share this time with you today. Now, if you are here with me live, do please say hi in the chat. I want to give you a hoop and a holler. I also want to give the little preface that if you are here and you just signed up, I saw that there are quite a few of you that have signed up in the last hour or so. Huzzah. Then please make sure that you have those fingers ready, because after we go through and I do roll call, I'm going to say who else has signed up, and I'm going to shout you out too. We have a slide deck today, so as you can imagine, we had to make the slide deck a little bit ahead of time. So I know I'm missing some amazing rock stars, but I just want you to know I do not want to miss hollering about you and sharing that you are part of FMQA. And as we tend to say around here, do a show and yell of how excited we are to have you join the class. So without further ado, hello, Michelle. Hello, Nancy. Michelle says, hello, everyone. You're going to have a blast. Nancy says, I'm so happy to start this journey. I am so happy for you to start this journey. So let's kick off our official FMQA welcome party, shall we? Now, I am really thrilled to welcome each and every one of you to Free Motion Quilting Academy. I am going to go ahead and drop a link in the chat. Give me just a second. It always takes a second to snag it. Because if you are here as I am talking and you get your question answered and you realize you do want to jump in, or you have been ready to sign up, like Nicole says, I'm signing up right now. Nicole, make sure I holler your name again at the end of our time together. If you get excited about this amazing cohort of rock stars, you say, I want to be a part of that. I want to make sure that I jump in and get started on my quilts. Then there's the link. Go sign up. We'll talk more about it at the end just to make sure that everyone has all the information in case you're on the fence. But before we do that, let's holler some names, shall we? As a reminder, if you signed up after 11 a.m. Eastern, so in the last 4.5 hours or so, you may not see your name on a slide, but I'm going to cheer for you nonetheless. All right. So first of our awesome names, Amanda, Andrea, Angela, Anna, and Renee, and Amanda. Followed by our brilliant B's, Barbara and Barbara. Our creative C's, Candy, Carol, Charlene, Chris, Cindy, Carlene, Cassie, Chantal, Cheryl, Christy, Claire, and Kathy. Welcome, 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 rock stars. Now, as I am hollering these names, Cindy, look at you on that slide in Houston. As I'm hollering these names, please, if you're here live, type in the chat, what are you most excited to learn about in Free Motion Quilting Academy? I want to know. I want to be able to shout those things out as well. Welcome to our Dynamite D's, Danette, Deborah, Denise, Diane, Dolores, and Donna, which, Deborah, I believe you were just in buying your gloves. Am I correct? It was so exciting to get to meet you in person. Huzzah. Our excellent E's, Eddie. Welcome, welcome. Our fabulous F, Francina. Our Jolly J's, Jacqueline, Janice, Jeannie, Joan, Julie, Janice, Jeannie, and Julia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to have y'all in with us. Welcome to our K's, Kathleen, Christy, and Kirsten. Madeline in New Jersey, I am so excited that you are here live. Welcome to our lovely L's, Laura, Linda, Lindsay, Lisa, Lori, and Lucy. Our marvelous M's, Madeline, woo! Margaret, Margie, Marissa, Marcia, Margarita, Martha, Melissa, and Michelle. Our nifty N's and Nancy. Oh, I'm going to cough. Hang on. That was a very strange coughing sensation. Nancy, welcome. I'm so excited to have you. Y'all keep hollering in the chat if you are here live. I want to know what you're most excited to learn about in FMQA. Our Pizzazzy Peas, Patricia, Patty, Patricia, and Patty. That's like perfect balance right there on the slide. Look at that. Liz and Lansdale. Woohoo! Our remarkable R's, Rachel, Ruth, and Rebecca. Our spectacular S's, Sandy, Sharon, Stephanie, and Stephanie. Yay. Talented T's, Teresa, Thelma, Tina, Tuesday, oh my gosh, Teresa, Thelma, and Tony. Cindy says, I'm excited to do anything besides stitch in the ditch. I love that. We had one rock star in today. So if y'all are local, I don't know if y'all know this, but those of you who are local, you should know this. I'm going to tell you now. This is the secret. Anytime String and Story on Main is open, I consider it open so. So you are welcome to either bring your machine or come use one of ours and hang out and work on a project. It's just a super fun way to build community, get to know each other, get projects done, etc. So we had a rock star in today, Adrian, and she was stitching near the ditch. And there's a little bit of that excitement of, you know, I'm looking forward to being able to do more things as well. So hopefully she'll be an FMQA here soon, right? Nancy says, I am most excited to expand my motif repertoire beyond meandering. Yes, Nancy, give it like a week. It's not going to be long at all. You got this. So Rockstars, if you are signed up, but you didn't see your name, I want you to drop your name in the chat because I want to hoop and holler for you as well. Madeline says, no more straight lines or pointy meanders. Need to get those curves in my meander. So Madeline, hot tip that is so counterintuitive. In order to get those curves in your meander, you have to speed up, which is wild because I know when I was first learning how to do the meander, I was like, speed up. I'm going to sew my finger to this quilt. Like, it's that fear of like, is it going to run away from me? But it's just like driving a car, right? That you're going down the left-hand turn lane and you're coasting. But when you need to curve, you have to speed up. Right? It's the same exact thing. Hello, Eva. Hello, Sarah. Or is it Eva? Is it Eva or Eva? I want to get that right. At any point over the next 12 weeks and beyond, if I'm on a Q&A, if we're doing whatever we're doing together, if I say your name and I say it wrong, please correct me. Okay? I want to get it right. I've spent my entire life telling people, no, it's Holly Ann, not Holly. So I understand. I want to get it right. Nicole as well. Welcome, Nicole. Yay, Rockstars. All right, keep those names coming. Let me peek at my next slide really quick. Yep. Okay, so we're going to talk through details about what's included in the Academy in just a second. So for those of you who are here, who are maybe on the fence about should I sign up? Is this the right class for me? I'm going to talk to you in just a second. First, for those of you who are already signed up, I want to just talk through the next steps so that none of it comes as a surprise, okay? So already when you signed up for FMQA, you should have set up your Kajabi login, okay? In Kajabi, we do two things. On the course side is actually where the videos are and where you're gonna watch your lessons and you can return to those lessons in your course library over and over and over, okay? On the community side, that is where we connect. So if you open up Kajabi on the course side, you will see how to get over to the community. And we have a couple of things set up already, including an introduce yourself section. So make sure that you get logged in and do that if you can this weekend. If you're having any trouble logging in, that's going to be the first order of business next week. So you'll get an email with instructions. We'll give you some troubleshooting tips. And then if you're still having trouble, we'll have you reach out to us and we'll make sure you get logged in. The biggest thing with all of this is if you're having any trouble getting logged in, don't panic. We have almost an entire week before any of the lessons begin to drip out from FMQA because we want to make sure that you've kind of found your footing and had a chance to get your bearings and understand where everything is before we get started. Okay. So that's going to be the first thing is if you can't already log in and go introduce yourself in the community, please do. If you're having any issues, you're going to get detailed instructions and a detailed schedule with all the things on Monday in your email. Okay. From there, we're going to spend most of next week just doing orientation. So you're going to get emails each day talking about how to get logged in, talking about the schedule, talking about supplies. We'll do a Q&A on Wednesday, just in case anyone still has any concerns or questions. And then we'll send you a little bit of inspiration on Thursday before I believe it's Friday, you get your first lessons, okay? So next week is orientation week. We're going to kind of ease you in. We're making sure... Let me peek at the schedule because I don't want to tell you this and then it'd be wrong. Give me just a second. Let me open it up, scroll down, previous 7 days. Let me look at my PDF and make sure I have this right. Y'all know how this goes. Here we go. Course schedule. Open up. Yes. Yeah. And then, okay. So we have our login, course workbook, Q&A. A little bit more about supplies, and then final projects inspiration. And then, yes, on Friday, September 1st, you get your first unit. And we planned it that way, even though it is still right at the end of orientation week, because here in the US, it's a long weekend. So that way you can play around and start getting situated and have lots of time behind your machine before we continue on. Okay. The biggest thing is just remember what I told you during our master classes together, that raising your hand and saying, I'm in, I want to get started is the hardest and most important part, right? You've already done the hard bit. Now you have a whole community of people around you who are so excited to cheer for you on this journey. All right. Sue, so good to see you. Y'all will get to know Sue really well. She is an OG rock star. She is your #1 cheerleader. And listen, if Sue doesn't know the answer, there may not be an answer. Like, Sue, it's always good to see you, friend. Thanks for being here. All right. So now that's everything for those of you who are already signed up. If you're signed up and I haven't hollered your name, do please drop your name in the chat. I do believe I saw a few more. Let me see if I see any names that I recognize on here. Let me go back to my first page. I know we have Candy signed up. We have a Brienne who signed up, a Laurel. These are names I know I didn't call because they're really recent. There's Sarah. I see you. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. All right. So what if you are here and you're trying to figure out if this is the right course for you? Let's do a quick overview, okay? Because it is very important that you know enrollment ends today. So we are in the final hours. And if you're going to be in this cohort, please come on in. Let's get this party started. All right. FMQA is a proven method that's going to guide you step by step on your free motion quilting journey from being a nervous beginner free motion quilter to a confident intermediate free motion quilter. All right. Daryl is another one of our rock stars. And Daryl shared about her experience in the class saying, I so loved this class. The lives were great. And so student questions were answered and you can learn from each other. The quilting videos allow me to watch at my convenience over and over if necessary. I love that you stress this is just the start in our quilting journey. We are always learning. Kathy says, I love the fact that you can move at your own speed for graduation from this course. As a May 2021 cohort enrollee, I am finally able to say that I finished the course. So most folks take more than one cohort. They move through at their own pace. So it's not uncommon to have folks graduating a year or more after they enrolled in the course because they took their time. Life happened, right? We all have a lot going on. And quilting is supposed to be fun, not another stressor in our lives, right? Kathy continues, thank you, Holly Ann. You are a phenomenal teacher, and I really enjoyed learning so very many motifs from you. So inside the course, it is a very valuable course with 6 professionally recorded video lesson units. So groups of videos inside the units, teaching you all the ins and outs of free motion quilting, from gathering your supplies to setting up your machine, adjusting your tension, and then over 24 motifs. We have a bonus unit talking about deciding what to quilt where and making those quilting plans so you can actually take motifs and understand how to put them onto a real quilt. We have a huge workbook for you, and we have our amazing community on Kajabi as well as our video support. So I'll be doing Q&As via video like this throughout the course to make sure that you never feel stuck. And perhaps most importantly, you have lifetime access to all of the above. So if life happens, you get interrupted partway through this 12 weeks, you've got some stuff you got to take care of, you can come back and pick up at any point. All right. So Free Motion Quilting Academy allows you to learn free motion quilting from the privacy and comfort of your own home. It encourages you to start with the supplies that you already have, keeping additional things minimal. Like you need a hopping foot, right? But you know what you don't need? You don't need to go out and buy a big fancy machine right now. You can learn on the machine that you already have. Then if you want me to write you a permission slip to buy a fancier machine, I'm happy to help, but I want you to get started with the investments that you've already made. Free Motion Quilting Academy is ready when you are, regardless of geography or time zone, with on-demand pre-recorded video lessons. And it offers you ongoing access to me so that you never feel alone or stuck, and you can get near real-time help during the live streamed Q&A sessions. Free Motion Quilting Academy also connects you to other rock stars in training around the world so you can help and encourage each other. Now, I know Sue is in Canada. Do we have any other countries in the house? So I know we've got at least 2. We've got several representing from Texas. I love that. We have rock stars. At my last count, we had rock stars in at least 18 different countries, which is pretty incredible when you think about it. So Casey shares about her experience. She says, free motion quilting was absolutely amazing. I went from being completely intimidated by the FMQ motifs to feeling comfortable enough to quilt my own quilts before I even graduated. I have an amazing toolbox of free motion motifs to use in the future, and I can't wait to finish even more quilts myself. Holly Ann is so positive and encouraging and breaks it down so free motion quilting is no longer intimidating. Susan just added in the chat, I've been enrolled since January of 2021. I was not working outside the home. Who knew February 2021 I would take a job? I will graduate eventually. And Susan, in the meanwhile, you're quilting a whole bunch of quilts, which is awesome. That's ultimately the point of the course, right? To finish more quilts. Diana says, I love the enthusiasm and support that Holly and Knight brings to the String and Story Rockstar community with FMQA. When my doubts started to creep in, I asked questions and found the answers I needed to begin quilting with confidence. I'm amazed how much I was able to grow my skills without criticizing every mistake. That's so key. Loving the results every step of the way. A positive and relaxed attitude brings so much joy in the process. Holly makes learning FMQ fun for everyone, and the class is inclusive for quilters at all levels. Yes. Thank you, Diana. And then Rianne says, I loved so much about the Academy, the ability to go at your own pace, do Q&As every week, even if the question wasn't specific to the current unit, and the camaraderie of the group and professionalism of the staff made this such an enjoyable experience. I have a toddler and limited time to sew. It was totally new to the concept of free motion quilting. For those of you living a busy life, like listen up, right? The lessons really broke down the concept of and the curriculum was structured to build motif by motif, making what I thought would be the hardest, feathers, seem easy and look beautiful with practice. I'm so grateful to Holly Ann and the rest of the Quilting Rockstars for setting me off on my free motion quilting journey. I thought I'd never be able to finish my own quilts with more than a stitch in the ditch, and that is no longer the case. Cheers, Rockstars! So Rockstars, if you are here, again, today is the last day of enrollment for cohort number 12. We would love to see you inside of FMQA and join these amazing Rockstars. We have north of 85 Rockstars signed up already, and that is so exciting. I cannot wait to go on this journey with y'all and see all the beautiful quilts that you're going to make. So thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining Free Motion Quilting Academy. I am beyond honored and grateful to be your guide as we continue on. I can't wait to see the community that we continue building together. And if you're here and you haven't jumped in yet, I am going to drop that link one more time so you can come join us. All of you who have already jumped in, go celebrate. Go celebrate the start of an amazing journey and all that lies ahead, the quilts that are going to get finished. All right, Rockstars, have a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you inside Free Motion Quilting Academy. Bye for now.